Okay, Paul again here from EMD Automotive. So you can see a lot of leaves all gone. These ones here I can't get my hand in there. Try my best. I'll try again later on before I put the cover, the plumbing on, the piping on. But now I'm going to clean. See, you got those intake there. One ports, one there, and one there. Same on this side here. One there, one here. Basically one for each port for the intake. It's full of oil. So now I'm going to, the spark plugs and the ignition coil and the spark plugs been taken out. And if you look inside there, the fuse D1 25 amps been removed. It's for the petrol, for the actual fuel pump. So that won't work. So that way you don't have any fuel coming into the system. It's basically just cranking it. I've got this liquid moly here. Petrol engine intake decarb. That's the one I use with the actual long nozzle. So what I'm doing now, I'm going to spray the intake and clean it at the same time, both sides, and crank the engine to take it out. So just don't do too much, just a little bit at a time. Don't fill it in. Don't fill it up as much as you can, but you got to just put a little bit in there. But the most important thing is the actual, not this part here, it's that part there. The port, the intake hole there, that one there. Alright? This one here, you can wipe it with a rag. Don't worry too much about this part here. You can use a rag to wipe it. Just the intake ports, because you got oil sitting inside here somewhere. The whole wall, this whole wall here, the wall is full of oil. It's all covered in oil, and there's oil there. So every time you start up the car, that oil will always come out. So it takes a while to get it out. But if you've got a faulty oil separator, and you replace it, you don't clean that, oil will always be there. And because they can't go out, they sit here and just idle around here. Because if that was directly in line with the actual port, see how the ports are higher? The ports are higher and the oil doesn't go from here to there. It takes a while, so you need to clean it. Because they don't line up. The actual ports are higher than the intake part at the bottom here. So the oil can't just lift itself from there and go to the top there. Takes a while to do that. Alright, now we're going to clean that and then crank the engine. Alright, I'll try the first one. Okay, I already sprayed the ports, the first one. So you can see it's much cleaner now. So we're going to start it. Off. Start it. Off. And the reason why you can hear the engine cranking really quickly, because there's no compression, because the spark plug has already been removed, so you can't build compression. So that's how you, this is probably the best way to clean it. But don't crank the engine too much, just a little bit, just to pop those, the cleaner fluid out with the oil. And then later on you can clean it up, and then before you put the spark plug back in. Alright, one more time. Stop. Now I'm going to show you what I mean. Alright, spray. See that? Any more? Yep. That's all you need. A little bit, just a little bit at a time. More. That's it. That's what I mean. And then you pretty much work it way down, all the way down. Work it all the way down, and then get a rag and try to wipe everything out, and crank the engine a little bit. And then you take the carb in the air, and then you gotta actually clean all those stuff that came out, because the spark plug hole is here, and all the stuff will come out on the spark plug hole. It's gonna be dirty. Just give it a nice degreaser, then put the spark plug in before you crank the engine, and then you start the car up with new coils and new spark plugs. All right. So this is a very, very time-consuming job to do, but every time I do a vapor separator on a Boxster or a 987 Cayman or a 996, 986, you need to clean the intake. There's no point doing half job. All right. A lot of people say, yeah, you can drive the car and then the oil will eventually come out. But believe me, I've seen separators that come in from different shops. It's been done before, and I pop the intake and it's full of oil. just like this one. This separator here has been done before. I heard from the customer. Actually, I'm not sure. I've got to check that one. Sorry, don't quote me on that. But sorry, that car there, that Boxster there, I was doing a few jobs, AMS bearing Boxster there. The oil separator has been done, and I took the intake out, and it was full oil. That's what I mean. Not this car, sorry, it's that car there, that Boxster there. But anyway, if you don't, you can do it the quick way, which is just replace this and tell the customer, see you later. Or you can replace this and double check everything properly, and then clean all the oil out. But lucky I took the intake out because somebody routed this vent line the wrong way. So, and this was broken as well, so there's not much we can do about that. So, in a way, it was good to take it out to have a look anyway, but that's the proper way to do it. Okay, I'll keep cleaning, crank the engine over, and then I'll put everything back together, clean the cam cover, because the stuff that I spray in here is going to come out the spark plug hole into the cam cover, put in new spark plugs, ignition coils, and then go from there. Alright, thanks for watching, and please subscribe.